There are moments in life when silence speaks louder than words, not the uncomfortable kind of silence, but the kind that sits with you patiently, asking questions you have avoided answering, the kind that does not assure but awaits. I have learned that love is always loud. It does not always announce itself. Sometimes it exists quietly, almost invisible, in thoughts, in emotions, in feeling that never fully steps into the light. And yet, love that stays hidden still wants to be known. It still wants to be felt. William Shakespeare once said something that feels painfully relevant even today. You say you love rain, but you open your umbrella. You say you love the sun, but you find a shadowed spot. You say you love the wind, but you close your windows. These lines are not about weather. They never were. They are about contradictions, about intentions without actions, about affections that stops just short of courage. Because loving something means allowing it to touch you. Rain soaks you, sun warms you, wind changes the air inside your space. If love never enters your life fully, if it never disputes you even slightly, then what your love is not the experience, but the idea of it. I have come to understand that reassurance, no matter how sincere, has a limit. Words can promise you safety, royalty, presence, but words alone cannot carry weight forever. At some point, love asks to be seen, not explained. It asks to be lived, not defeated. There is a strange comfort in saying, I am here, while staying at a distance. From afar, everything feels manageable. Emotions remain controlled. Expression stays low. Nothing risks breaking, but love was never meant to be risk free. It shows up is to expect vulnerability. It is to say, I trust you enough to let you see me. It is a step forward without guarantees. Sometimes people believe that being emotionally present is not enough. That feeling deeply, thinking deeply, caring deeply somehow compensates for absence. But love does not mean depth by silence. It measures depth by presence. Being there does not always mean grand gestures. It does not mean constant visibility. It simply means choosing not to be hidden when it matters. There is a difference between knowing someone is with you and feeling that they are. One lives in the mind, the other in the heart. And the heart does not respond to explanations, it responds to consistency. Trust is not built on assurance alone, it is built on alignment. When words and actions move in the same directions, I believe many people genuinely care, genuinely feel, genuinely love. But fear often speaks louder than affections. Fear of being misunderstood, fear of losing control, fear of being too visible. So they stay just close enough to be present and just far enough to stay safe. But love does not grow in safe distance. It grows when honesty is allowed to breathe. When someone opens up, they are not asking for perfections. They are not asking for certainty. They are asking for efforts, for the willingness to stand beside them, not behind words. It is very easy to say, trust me. It is harder to earn it because trust is not built in declarations. It is built in moments, small, ordinary, undeniable moments. Love is not about dramatic promises. It is about reliability, about showing up when it's would to be easily not to be. I have learned that being emotionally invested without being emotionally available creates confusions, not comfort. It leaves the other person constantly translating signals, constantly filling gaps, constantly wondering whether what they feel is shared or imagined. And love should never feel like a question mark. If you truly care, you don't need to convince. You demonstrate quietly, constantly, honestly. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is stop protecting yourself from something you claim to want, to let the rain fall, to stand in the sun, to open the window and allow the wind in. Because love, when it is real, changes you. And change is something you can experience from behind a shield. This is not about blame. It is not about pressure. It is about clarity. Because affection that never arrives feels like a door that is always promised but never opened. And assurances, no matter how heartfelt, cannot replace presence. To truly be with someone is just to exist in their life, but to participate in it, to let them feel you, not just hear you. Love is not proven by how deeply you feel it private. It is proven by how honestly you show up in reality. And sometimes the most loving things you can do is step forward and let your actions finally speak. Because love that is felt was never shown eventually fades into doubt. And love was never meant to be doubted. And if this moment feels familiar, if it pauses you for a second longer than expected, then maybe, just maybe, it was meant to be. Because sometimes life does not shout, it only hints. Not to rush you, not to corner you, just to remind you that feelings need directions and love needs movement. So take this moment not as a pressure, not as expectations, not as awareness. Take this hint that being present is louder than reassurance. That trust grows when fear steps aside. That love does not ask you to be perfect, only visible. And when you are ready to open the window, the wind will already know where to go. Thank you.